Welcome to ERE Enough is Enough. And I remain your humble presenter, Donald Obaido. Like it's 1 a.m. Yeah, almost 2 a.m. my time zone, but I stumble upon this information. I said to myself, I will not listen to this alone without sharing it with Nigerians. Because it's good make una understand the tactics, the manner which this all this useless government are not. If you guys should understand that, like, this program, I don't talk anything concerning them. I don't describe anything that has to involve this government because they are a bunch of failures. That is why we are telling Nigerians they should not allow them to use them, because the only way they renew all this system they've been giving us for more than how many, more than 50 years, my brother and sister, it has to stop. So I want you guys to be listening to the Secretary General of the Lower Niger Congress, Tony Nandi, where he was giving a direct analysis of the strategy these guys always put in place. Because if you guys don't listen to this information and let's act, because we still need the people, because whatever we are doing, we're doing it for the people, and we want the people to be aware of what we are doing for them, because they have to participate. I'll be playing you the clip now. I don't have time to waste. I'll be playing you guys this clip now. Sit down and listen so that you go the wise. Sit down and listen so that you go the wise. Nigerians, we don't need to go through another election without solving the issue of what will happen after that election. Why they talk and be say whoever they elect go come swear unto that same constitution when it not give any of us guarantee, because the constitution has not produced any result. So we are calling for a restructuring of that constitution. This is the moment, to the key to our freedom, for us to be able to take down that constitution. Let every region come and say, yes, this is how we want Nigeria to be governed. It's going to be for the people. It's going to be it's all about for the people, because the people have suffered, they've died. Many are roaming around the street, no job employment. These are the things we will always come here and talk about, and the way forward, what we can do. Most people have come out, great intellectuals, they've been out, they've given all Nigerians the things that are important for us to put together, for us to break through this pain, this debt, this poverty that is lavishing the people and the citizens of Nigeria. We have to do something about it. So I want you to be listening to this clip from Tony Nandi, the Secretary General of the Lower Niger Congress. Is something you have to. When I just listened to it, I said, no, I must share this with Nigerians, because everything he analyzed, no Nigerians cannot testify that this is what these guys do. If you say what the Secretary General Tony Nandi just analyzed now, if this is not the same way it is in Nigeria, please drop your comments there. It's important. This is what we are telling you guys. It's important. Drop your comment there and follow every instruction after that clip. It is hard time we take action. It is hard time we dictate and determine our future. If you want to still continue to float in this killing and suffering, then go clap hands and follow these people in enslaving you. Whereas you have the power to change this system from not affecting you, your children, your brothers, your sisters. Probably some of you that are not taking all these things serious, maybe you've not been victim of all these things that have been happening. Glory to God for your life. But think about those that these things are affecting, those people that are dying, the people that are roaming around the street with no job opportunity, and everything that is killing Nigerians. Please listen to this clip before I take much of your time, because I will always come here and tell Nigerians the truth. If many are not in this position to come out and tell you the truth, they know it, but we have to encourage ourselves to do the needful thing so that when will they wait for? I ask question, they'll say Nigeria go better. Okay, which time they wait for? I don't understand you. Time when you will do things now, and I'll say it go better. I want it better. When will they tell Nigerians what to do? Most of them neglect it. Now this I go leave them for who the next person where they come. Now I make Nigeria different where it is. So please, we are encouraging all Nigerians. I will come here and only never to talk about those useless government, but I only come here and talk about the citizen, because we need the citizen to change this whole narrative. The people of Nigeria are concerned because this government has no regard for you, the citizens of Nigeria. That is why we, the people from the Nigeria Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination, is coming to alert you of your self-determination right to a country you were born into as a citizen. And moreover, your existence there is within your territory. And in every right, you have every reason to participate in the government, not being pushed aside. So I want you to listen to this clip from Barrister Tony as he gives the narrative. And please, after the clip, there is a little commercial at the end of the clip. Please, I want you guys to pay proper attention and do the needful. As you do that, you see. We all, by the grace of God, we will live to witness the transformation of Nigeria. We will not give up on this until it is achieved. We will never give up by the grace of God. God will strengthen us and will begin to speak to every areas, those areas, both the religious leaders and most of those celebrities that are forming lukewarmness now. We are coming. We are telling you guys, you people should wake up and let's do the needful. It is important because we not get who we want to live for. My brother, see it joy that you witness the transformation of a country of your father's land. I'll play you this clip and I'll come back and say goodbye. It's quite late my time. I stumble upon this information. I say, no, I cannot just digest this alone. Let me share it with my fellow Nigerians so that we could be wise.
As we continue our mobilization towards halting the voyage to the 2023 elections, we see the enemy also, hastening up, doing all kinds of things to get us into the electoral train, by all means. And who is that enemy? The enemy that imposed the constitution that makes us slaves in our lands, who wants to save that constitution and therefore their stranglehold against the rest of us. We are now all familiar with the things happening to us on account of that constitution. We are slaves in our lands only on account of that constitution. The people that impose that constitution and who are refusing to come to a meeting of reconstruction of the union agreement are the ones who desperately want to get to elections. This broadcast is for those political merchants from the South and the Middle Belt who are now aiding that enemy to save the life of that constitution at a time we have repudiated and rejected that constitution at a time we are saying we can't go to renew the life of that constitution by way of elections in 2023. So it is clear to them, we want it to be absolutely clear to them that they are aiding the enemy in a war of extermination we are caught in at this time. Because that enemy has seized all our assets, our sovereignty, all our rights, and that enemy is actually in the process of exterminating us. They are killing people, they are invading and killing people. And it is that constitution that empowers them to do all of what they are doing, particularly the killings, because it is that constitution that gives them monopoly over the guns in the land, in all the uniform services. And so we come back to the question of whether we are going to the election in order to renew the life of that constitution, or we are stopping the journey to the election in order to rework the constitutional basis of the union. And therefore, this broadcast is to address those who are trying to railroad us to those elections, to the election in national elections in 2023. The people from the south and the middle belt of Nigeria, the political merchants from the south and middle belt of Nigeria, the political parties, operating in the south and the middle belt of Nigeria. What they are doing is, for their own pursuits, in pursuit of their personal benefits. The ones who want to be governor, the ones who want to be senator, the ones who want to be president, they are all on the same mission of railroading us to that election, working with that caliphate that want to save that constitution. The day after the election, the 36 states imposed by that caliphate on us will remain in place. Therefore, we remain the political minority, permanent political minorities we are under that constitution. The day after the election, the 68 items on the exclusive list will remain in place, and therefore our assets, economic assets, are detained, and the power has to work those assets. The day after that election, the insecurity we suffer will continue, because the control over the guns and all of what we need to be able to protect ourselves will still be where they are. And those who are going to win those elections, before they can access the office they won, whether they are president or governor, will have to swear, senators. They will have to swear to defend and uphold that constitution. And therefore, we've come to inform them at this time. We are still in January of 2022. We've come to inform them that if anybody is hoping to frame the next elections, to frame the restructuring and all of what we need to do now in order to rework the constitutional basis of the union, in the face of the union dispute that have been declared, in the face of all of what their own people are doing to extricate themselves from bondage. If they are hoping, if anybody is hoping among the candidates, among the parties, to now bring that restructuring or that union reconfiguration imperative as a campaign issue, let us now come, because that's what some of them are already saying in whispers to us. Say, oh no, Tony, come, let us now put it in as a campaign issue, so that when we win, we'll go to do it. This broadcast is to let them know, to tell them in the, to the hearing and seeing of everybody, that they are being dishonest, because we'll be asking them what happened to the earlier promises, in which some of the people who were part of discussing all of what was wrong, and who then put that in their manifesto, the APC put in their manifesto. What has happened 8 years after? At the time we were raising the issue of the fact that these things are not being done, and the country was going down, but more importantly that Nigerians were now being killed and being impoverished, what did they do? What did those candidates do? What did those parties do? The parties that are coming now to tell us that they are the ones who are going to do it when they win, or if they win. Nobody's going to buy that scrap from any of you. If you are not already a part of those who are working to take down that constitution in order to save the people who are dying under it, then you will be treated as that enemy you are. And you are compounding that situation by going to that election at a time the people you claim to represent, the people you claim you are coming to save from whatever is happening to them now, are doing their best to stop the journey to the election, you are hauling them into the vehicle, into the train, into the ship of the election that will only renew the life of that constitution, that will facilitate the stranglehold of the enemy against them. We're saying all of this because in the days ahead, all of those who are going to be making such promises and such suggestions that, oh yes, we understand it. We had Baba Akim, whatever, what's his name again? Akim Baba Ahmed, the one that is involved with the Utomis who are forming mega party. They are now coming to tell us that it is when they win power that they will come to do whatever has to be done. But people are going to be confronting them with what they already know about this matter, so that their dishonesty can be exposed. All of those who, both in PDP and in APC and in AGA, all the things that have transpired over the years in terms of what we brought to your knowledge about this calamity that is befalling people, which you did nothing about, but now coming to ride on it, to canvass for vote, so that you can go to power, swear to defend the document, and then do what after? It's not going to work. And you are going to be confronted. The public is going to get to know what you were told, what you know, so that they can judge whether you are on their side or on the side of the enemy. That's the purpose of this broadcast. Let nobody say he wasn't told. Everybody will now have to come face to face with the dishonesty that has driven us to this point, in which the populace is heading in one direction. Then the politicians who pretend to be salvaging them, heading in the opposite direction, working for the enemy. If that election happens, that constitution may survive, and the damnation of the people guaranteed. If that election does not happen, that constitution is gone, is dead and gone, and the people will be saved. So those who are heading to the election, those who are inviting people to come and partake and install them in power, under this 1999 constitution, are inviting them to their death, but they should be ready. Between now and the time the election will eventually happen, if it does happen, we know that there will be a lot of roadblocks before we get to where it happens. But we are pleading, we're inviting everybody to be reasonable now, to know that those who are dying under that constitution, those whose lives have been rendered unlivable under that constitution, are going to take it out against people from their part. We're not talking about the descendants of Uthman Dan Fodio or the political scions of Ahmadu Bello. No, we are talking about political merchants from the south and middle belt of Nigeria who are now joining hands with the enemy that wants to save that constitution. We heard when the governors of the north, at the time PDP was still working out who will be chairman and who will be president in their party. We saw the northern governors go to a meeting to say that if by any chance, if by any stretch of reason, power leaves them at this time towards the south, that they might be pushed out of the union, that they might be pushed out of Nigeria. What else are they going to tell you about what they will do in this election? And everything concerning the election, because of this same constitution, is centralized. They control 100% of the machinery of how the election will be conducted. They will print the PVC, the plastic PVC they'll be giving to you, whereas they know it's a battle for AK-47. They are in the Electoral Commission itself, go and see who and who are going to be in charge of what. And so, will it not amount to utter foolishness for you to go to submit yourself to that process and hope to complain the next day? Because it is whatever they want that they will declare as a result. The police, the army, all of the electoral infrastructure are 100% in their hands. And you are hoping that they're going to suddenly repent from what we know them to be. Jega had told us that in 2015, Jonathan did not lose the election. What else do you want to hear from them? And that electoral infrastructure is still in their hands. This control of the security that will move the ballot boxes is in their hand. Everything is in their hand. And you are inviting your people to go to a contest in which they will suddenly go to sleep and hand their power. Even if they hand power to anybody, in their desperation to save that constitution, we are saying it loud and clear that such persons that will aid them, that will assist them to save that constitution, is only reinforcing our enslavement, our bondage, our encirclement, the killings happening to us, and all the things that we are suffering under this constitution. So it's not even a question of whether they hand power to South or to anybody else. It is that constitution that has to be resolved before we proceed to the question of who will then govern. We can't leave that question unresolved, and we're talking about who is from our part that will become president. Such a person will be treated as the traitor he is. Let it be known. Let it be clear to everybody that there is not. We're not saying this because we saw one candidate or the other emerging. We've been saying it. We go back to the December 16th, 2020 constitutional force majeure. We said for all these reasons I've outlined here. If you go to read that proclamation, you will see everything I've said here. For those reasons, we have to stop and fix the union agreement that have been toppled by this enemy, for which we are being killed and our lives rendered unlivable. This is a question of life and death now, so that nobody will pretend he didn't understand that it was that grave. You are thinking of your own political career and what you make for yourself. We are statesmen looking at the millions of people whose lives are being rendered unlivable, and the millions of others who are now stuck overseas because their country can no longer fend for them. They are running. Young people are running everywhere, but Nigeria, in search of life, in search of survival from their country. And you are there, instead of trying to solve the problem, to provide them relief, you are there inviting them to come to reinforce that situation. You're not going to fight. It's not going to go down well. It's not going to go down well. We better think now. We better reason now and stop this voyage of doom.
People now don't hear, and that's not yes, so I could not act towards them. Let no man, let no boy, let no girl, we don't do the age of to vote, come out say they want to go vote, because if you do that, you are wasting your life and you are endangering your life. You have no say, you have no guarantee, you will be trapped in this enslavement. So we're advising you guys now to avoid those future occurrences. You avoiding to participate in that election, you are giving yourself freedom to prosperity, growth in our economy. As you listen, thank you so much, Nigeria. I always come here to tell us the truth, my brother. I'm not going to come deceive Nigerians, because I want that nation to be great. I live here in abroad. Things are happening. How can my own country, Nigeria, they stand still because of bad leadership, government? What is giving them that power? Now that book. So make we address them now first. Then before we call the talk whether we go election or not, let's address it so that whoever they come, we can't swear put for that book says this new law when it is so. If I go against them, make I go jail, or make una impeach me, or make una make this one happen. All this law, make they structural. Not be say they go there, go swear to law. Anything they do, they walk away freely. Look, all of them now. Just check the land, check them. All of them that have destroyed this same Nigeria, they are walking freely. They are walking freely, enjoying the money they've stolen. They are thieves. They are all criminals. Make I don't tire. I will only come here and advise Nigeria. It did they say we talk, and it is left for the people of Nigerians to act. Go to www.ninasvoice.org. The proclamation of the constitutional force majeure that is there, go and sign the petition. We are on it. and we will not stop until we change the narrative of Nigeria. We need a nation of transparency, of justice, of equity, fairness, and the rule of law. Freedom for every citizen. We are due for it. Nigeria don't due long ago. We are everywhere progressing. Great intellectuals from Nigeria. Yet we cannot say let's transform where we come from. It is time. We are speaking and things are working. It's going to come to pass. God knows it's the honest truth. And those that fought for the truth will set them free. Causeway for them. I'll leave you guys now. Have a great day and a blessed week. Excuse me. And a blessed week. See you same time, same channel, same station. And God bless you. Bye for now.